is you are going to have to graph the information. So every graph usually has a title. This title would be family sizes. I'm just going to write that up here. On the side, there's always tells you what that axis is, and on the bottom it tells you these are the families. So what we're going to use is we're going to use the data here for the Kugel family. The Kugel family has 5 children. So under Kugel, what we're going to do is we're going to take our light color, because you are going to need 2 colors. I chose a light green and a purple. So we're going to use light green to graph all of our data. All right, so the first thing we're going to do is color in 5 under the Kugel family. So if you see here, I'm going to color in 5. Then the Abuka family only has 1 child. So I'm going to color in 1 square. I know you can't see down there. The Lure family has 2 children, so I'm going to color in 2 squares. Okay, I know it's kind of light, but you can do it. The Miller family has 7 children. That's like the same as Mrs. Bartle. That's crazy, especially when you're in quarantine, right? So I'm going to go 7. They have a lot. Okay, then the Ellis family has 1. And the Bosnick family also has 2. So what we're going to do is we're going to find the mean. Now, there's 2 ways to find mean. Mean is like the average. It's like what about everybody has, or what like the consensus is from the group. So when we're looking at family sizes, we know not a lot of people had 7, but a couple people had 2. So what we're going to do is we're going to be finding about what the average is between the families. So what we're going to do to find the average here is using the graph, we're going to take from the highest ones, and then we're going to cross those out, and then we're going to give to the lowest ones. Now I'm hoping that you guys can see my graphs a little bit better, because otherwise it's going to be hard to see what I'm doing. So I'm going to color those in a little bit. Okay, now what you're going to do is you are going to take from the biggest. What we're going to do is we're going to try to take from here. I'm going to cross this one off. I'm going to take one of the children that family has, and I'm going to say, oh, the Abuka family, if we gave them 1 more. Okay, now that Miller family still has a lot of kids, so we're going to ship another one off, and we're going to give it to the Ellis family. All right, now, ooh, look at it. A lot of them have 2, but these ones still have too many. So these 2 are tied now. We're going to take one from here. We'll give that to the Bosnick family. We're going to take one from the Kugel family, and we'll give that one to the Ellis family. See, what we're trying to do is try to find, if we were to put all the children and separate them out, how many would there be? Well, these 2 still have too many, so we're going to cross them off. Put it here. And this one has 1 too many. Cross it off here. Put it right here. And then if you look now, all of our families are the same. See that? That line is showing you the mean, or the average. So our average, or our mean, is 3. So down here, you would write 3. Now, in math, there's another way to find the mean. Mean means average, add them up, and then divide. So I could go back over here and add up all these numbers. So we got 6, 8, 9, 10. That makes 17. That's 18. Okay? Mean means average, add them up, and then divide. Well, you divide by how many numbers you added up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 18 divided by 6, if I count by 6s, 6, 12, 18. I counted 3 times. Look at that. The mean, or average, mean means average, add them up, and then divide, gives you 3. you take from the big and give to the small to find about what's the same. So family sizes with this data, the average family size has about 3 children. Now, the last thing we have to do is find the median. I always like to sing this song, baby, why don't you just meet me in the median? In the median. Median means middle. So what we have to do to find the middle of our data is we have to put these either in highest to lowest or lowest to highest. So I'm just going to do it here. 7, 5. There's 2 2s, and there was 2 1s. Now I'm just going to find the middle. Oh, look at that. 2 is in the middle. So the median or the middle number is 2. That's how you find the mean or average from data. Now what you're going to do is you're going to do that same thing that we just did on this page, except instead of finding the mean for a family size, you're going to find how many ostrich clutches that are. So a clutch is like a group. So in A, the group A, they had 6 eggs. In group B, they had 10. C, they had 4. D, they had 2. And E had 8. So you're going to take from the big clutches and give to the small until you have one solid line. That gives you the mean. Or mean means average, add them up, and then divide by the number of things that you added. Then down here you're going to find the median. All right, now we're on boxes. All right, now you are going to need a ruler to do your boxes today. All right, and so make sure you're measuring using centimeters. Okay. The other thing you're going to do here, there are 5 blocks in a bag. 2 blocks are red, 2 blocks are blue, 1 block is green. What are the chances of pulling out a red block? So you only need to look at the red. You put how many reds there are out of how many total. All right? James built a rectangular prism out of base 10 blocks. He used 30 cubes to make the base. That means on the bottom, he had 30 cubes down here. Okay? Then he put 4 more layers on top. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Now, each of the layers had the same amount because it's going to make a prism, right? So we had 30 on the bottom, then we have 30, 30, 30, 30. You have an option. You can add up these 30s, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Or, since you have to add 30 5 times, you could do it that way to get your answer here. Okay? That is finding the volume. Volume means how many cubes you use to build something in total. All right, now we're on number 4. Now, Mr. Hansen just told me that in number 4, you don't have a student reference book, but if you look in the back here of your journal, it gives you all of the things. So look at here, 1 gallon equals 4 quarts. Well, I always remember that because there's a little picture that if you draw a G, then inside of this G fits your 4 quarts. So 1 gallon equals 4 quarts. How many gallons equal 12 quarts? So how many times do you have to count by 4 to get to 12? That's going to tell you how many gallons. 1 pint, how many cups? Well, if I look back in the back and I find pints, it says 1 pint equals 2 cups. 1 pint equals, I don't even have to think about it, 2 cups. Now, how many pints to equal 14? You would count by 2s until you get to 14. How many times do you have to count by 2s to get to 14? 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14. How many times did you have to count? That would be your answer. 1 cup, how many fluid ounces? You're going to find that in the back. And then you're going to do the same thing here. How many times do you have to count by that number to see how many cups there are? All right. All right, we're going down to the bottom one. Molly is playing with 5 cars. This is only 1/3 of her set of cars. How many cars are in her complete set? Well, I know that 5 cars, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 cars. Sorry, see if you can see that. I have to redraw it over here. 5 cars, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's 1 out of her 3 groups. So she has 3 groups with that many in there. How many cars is that? All right. Number 6, color the circle so that it matches the description. 1/2 blue. Well, there's a problem with our circle. If you look at it closely, not all those pieces are equal, and that's a problem because when we do fractions, you have to have equal parts. So I have to take and draw a line here so that all my parts are equal. You'll probably have to do that in your math journal too. So here it says 1/2 is blue. Okay, well first I need to know how many parts are there. So I'm going to count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So what is 1/2 of 12? That's how many you're going to color blue. You can figure out 1/2 of 12. Okay, 1/3 of 12. Let's do the wagon wheel trick. 1/3 of 12. Let's see where I can see, where you can see it. I'm going to go up here. I have room up here. 1/3 of 12. The wagon wheel trick goes like this. 3 times what gives me 12? 3, 6, 9, 12. 4. Circle it around. 4 times 1. So green, I'm going to color 4. 1/6 are going to be yellow. So if I look there, I can do the same thing up here. This time I'm going to do 1/6 of 12 because there's still 12 parts. 6 times what equals 12? Circle it around. That's how many are going to be yellow. Okay. And the last one says, which color would you expect the spinner to land on most often? Okay. I hope that this video was helpful for you today for lesson 10.6. And remember to spread kindness and don't be evil. Have a good day.